Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Welcome back, everybody. Of course, all of us remember that tragic day of 9/11. It was certainly a moment for the entire country, in fact, for the whole world. And you may not be aware that quite a few of our Corpus Christi firefighters actually drove up there to help in the recovery and all of that. And so many of them came back really touched by that event and created an organization that, to me, they're kind of unsung heroes, and that's what we're here to talk about. Please welcome Lonnie Loosemore and Israel Pimentel. They're both Corpus Christi firefighters, and you organized this thing called
Fallen Heroes. 343.
343. Now, the number is the one that stuck out at me. Fallen Heroes 343. Where did that number come from?
That number came from the number of firefighters that we lost on 9/11 of
In
2001.
one day.
Yes, sir. That is the attack of the Twin Towers.
Yes.
You know, and so that's where the name came from. And the event that we do and the organization that we run here is to honor and pay our respects to those 343 firefighters.
Well, you do that locally, but it's not like you're contributing to that national fund that it has. Tell me how Fallen Heroes in Corpus Christi continues the memory of the fallen heroes of 9/11.
Sure. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to continue the mission of those 343 firefighters. On that horrible day, they answered the call. They grabbed their gear and went into two towers that were knowing were going to come down.
Wow.
Their mission was not completed. So myself and Israel decided we wanted to do something to honor them and to continue their mission so that we feel like our brothers and sisters can finally have their mission completed. And so what we did is we came up with the idea of this charity golf event to raise money that stays local.
Okay. Well, let's do the golf event just for fun, but then from where the profits go is very interesting to me. So tell us, first of all, the fun stuff.
Okay, so it's the 5th annual Fallen Heroes 343 Charity Golf Classic. We raise money for the Corpus Christi Professional Firefighters Relief and Outreach Fund. And what that fund is, it is a fund where a citizen of Corpus Christi, a family in Corpus, has a house fire. What we try to do within 24 to 48 hours after their disaster, no matter how big or small, we try to go out and give them a monetary check of a determined amount to help them get back to regular life as soon as possible.
That's amazing. I mean, I was not aware of that out of the goodness of your, heart and soul and the organization, you just go to these homes and you just give them a check. Israel, you were telling me about a businessman who lost his business at his home that got burned down?
Yeah, well, that was.
So a quick story on that. There was a gentleman who worked on small engines out of his home, right? That was his business, that was his income for his family provided. And he had a house fire and it destroyed all of his tools.
And you were there?
And we were there. So what we did is we tried to get him a monetary check so that he could purchase the tools that he needed so that his income and his regular life is interrupted for a short amount of time.
That's amazing. So back to the fun stuff. Okay, when is it? How is it? How do we get involved in the golf tournament? Because obviously the proceeds go right here to families in our hometown.
So just remember, it's a 9/11 memorial, so we always try to have it on the week of, as close to 9/11 as we can without taking away from 9/11 itself. So this year's tournament is September 9th. September 9th, it's a Monday, next Monday, a week from yesterday. Corpus Christi Country Club, we have registration taken care of already. You have a couple of pre-registrations. So we'll have check-in at 11, shotgun start at 1 o'clock.
So middle of the day?
Middle of the day.
So it's not one of those early morning things.
So we do it that way because a lot of guys who are playing in the tournament are getting off duty, gives them a chance to go home, change, rest.
Is it going to be mostly firefighters, or are you looking for other people to come and join?
It's almost a split.
It is.
It's a good split.
What we wanted to do was, when we first started this 5 years ago, it was mostly firefighters. But now our attention is to get the community involved. Not that we don't want the firefighters to come and participate, but we want the community to come involved. And this year has been our largest sponsorship year with community sponsors and everything. hopefully, by the end of our tournament this year, I can tell you that we have raised over, in the last 5 years, probably $110,000, which that, again, all goes directly back to the citizens of Corpus.
Wow. So victims of fire have firefighters to thank for coming back and helping them out.
Yeah.
That's really an amazing story. So, Lonnie, Israel, the date of the golf tournament again is?
September 9th.
September 9th.
Corpus Christi Country.
Fallen Heroes
4-3.
43. That's an amazing number of those fallen heroes of that one day. And so thank you for carrying the message and the memory on, and for doing so much for our local community when we have fires here in our neighborhood. So again, thank you again, guys. We will be back with more coming up on Coastal Living right after this. Stay tuned.
You're watching Coastal Living on KZTV, the only lifestyle show made in the Coastal Bend for the Coastal Bend.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.